And that part of us inside us, that part of us inside us that can create, that Steve Jobs had, that Tesla had, that Jesus had, and that you have, is the same part as in the image of the great creator. Hey, how are you doing? It's Alan here, and I want to quickly talk about Steve Jobs. It's 10 years since Steve Jobs died. I cannot believe it's 10 years since Steve Jobs died. And there's a great little montage on the Apple website talking about Steve Jobs, talking about the products he created, and he created beautiful products. But there's something that they're not going to talk about, that no one's going to talk about, and I want to spend just 5 minutes talking about it. It's Steve Jobs' connection. Steve Jobs' connection with the universe, connection with God, whatever you want to call it. But Steve Jobs' understanding that other people don't have. Steve Jobs' understanding that creation, it's about creation. We are here for creation. We are here for creation. That's what I want to talk about. Because I'm not going to talk about Steve Jobs' time in India with gurus. It's not going to get mentioned. They're not going to be talking about Steve Jobs' experimentation with mind-expanding substances. They're not going to talk about it. And I'm not promoting that for sure. But Steve Jobs got some understanding that what we're here for is creation. That's why when he got fired, well, you want to call it fired, when he had to leave his own company, the company he created, with the products he created. Now, I know he didn't create any products. He didn't create any products. Other people did the program, and Steve Wozniak was the genius behind putting the transistors together. He didn't create them. But Steve Jobs was able to pull amazingly great people into his orbit. He was able to find these incredible geniuses and pull them in. And I know there was other designers, there was other programmers, there was other engineers who put all that stuff together. I understand that. But Steve Jobs was able to pull these geniuses, these incredible geniuses, into his orbit and bring them into his world. And through connection with other people, create the most beautiful, most incredible products that have ever been imagined and created. So his creation, his understanding that we're here to create beautiful things, was his understanding that we're on this earth to create beautiful things, is what's not going to be talked about. You know, we'll talk about the iPad, we'll talk about the iPhone, we'll talk about the MacBook, we'll talk about this new beautiful iMac that's been created, that's just beautiful. But no one's going to talk about Steve Jobs' understanding that we're here on this earth to create beautiful things. And the MacBook doesn't matter, the iPad doesn't matter, the iPhone doesn't matter, if what you're using it for is to scroll through Instagram or scroll through Facebook or TikTok. He created them. He created those things so you could create beautiful things. He created those things so you could create beautiful things. That's why he created them. It wasn't so when Facebook goes down for 3 hours, everyone freaks out. That was not his intention. His intention was to give you the power to create beautiful things in this world, be a creator in this world just like he was. That was his intention. His intention was to make you the creator, not the consumer. His intention was to make you the creator, to give you the tools so you could create beautiful things in this world. And that's what Steve Jobs' short life that it was ended with cancer, what his short life meant in this world. And that is what your life, whether it's short or long, is supposed to mean in this world. Can you take his tools and create beautiful things? And that's why he was here. And that's why when you look back, all of the great people of the past, that's what they were here for. To create beautiful things. You look at Tesla. He was here to show us that there was invisible forces all around us that we could use to create the internet and remote controls and electricity. We look back at Jesus. I don't know what your religion is, but look back at Jesus. He was here to create. He created wine out of water. If you could do that, let me know. He created health out of sickness. And it all comes back from the one great creator who created it all. And that part of us inside us, that can create, that Steve Jobs had, that Tesla had, that Jesus had, and that you have, is the same part as in the image of the great creator. And you're here to create. And if Steve Jobs' life meant anything, you take his tools and you create beautiful things in this world. That's what Steve Jobs is here for. And if his life meant anything, then you need to create beautiful things in this world. Be a creator. Do what Jesus said and let the dead bury the dead. Everything that's already created is in a state of decay. Once it gets created, the only thing in this life is what's created. The new ideas, the new exciting ideas that are being created. Everything else is in a constant state of decay. You leave your room for a couple of days and come back, it's all dusty. Everything is in a constant state of decay. If humans were off this planet for 50 years, nature would take over. Everything is in a state of decay. The only thing that's real is creation. The only thing real is creation. So if Steve Jobs' life meant anything, it means that you need to create beautiful things in this world. It's been Alan here, and I want to talk about what Steve Jobs meant on this planet.